Okay, the lighting in here is probably so bad. I'm aware. Um, I don't think this makes a difference. Okay, we're not gonna do that. Okay, so hi you guys. I haven't done a live stream I don't think I've ever done a live stream on this page, but I had some extra time before I hang out with my friend. So I wanted to come on here and do a video on how you and how I was able to heal my gut, clear my skin, get into my dream body. I'm going to be sharing a little bit of my story, what I did, and then how I can help you basically. Um, so I've always had a very sensitive stomach. I have always every time I ate something, I would have pain. Like I could never not eat something and feel uncomfortable in my stomach. And I noticed this throughout my childhood as a teenager. And then I started getting acne. And then I started to binge eat and overeat and get bloating. And so it just became a really serious problem for me. So the reason why I ended up starting my fitness journey in the first place wasn't necessarily to lose weight or get snatched or get into my dream body. It was really to progress in my personal development and get out of the house. So I suffered with severe depression for 10 years. Some of you guys know this. I made a post on Instagram from the age of 9 to the age of 18, 19. And the reason why I went and started working on the first place wasn't because, I mean, yeah, like I wanted to change my body, but it was because oh my God, sorry, the ice just fell out of the machine. It was because I was super depressed in my room. I would look at the same four walls every single day. I didn't have any friends. I didn't have a job. I was literally sleeping in my mom's basement, living in my mom's basement. And I needed to go somewhere every single day. Like I just wanted to go somewhere. That was really the main reason why I started working out. I was like, okay, the gym is somewhere to go. It's something to do. I'm literally doing nothing all day. I'm binge eating. I'm scrolling all day. I'm watching TV. At this point, I didn't have a job. I wasn't in school. I was like 18, 19. And my mom was like paying all the bills and stuff. That's why I say, like, if you're in that situation, you're privileged because somebody has to be paying your bills. So I would just literally order food on my mom's credit cards, like DoorDash 3 times a day. And that was my life, just super horrible. And so that brings me to the first tip on how you can start getting into your dream body. Obviously, my life looks a lot different than what it did look like when I was 18, 19. Now I'm turning 26 in 2 weeks, which is super fun. The first thing is a lot of people can't sustain fitness because they are attached to an outcome. They are doing it in the name of trying to, like, oh, I hate my body. I want to like lose weight. They're doing it in a way that is, number one, not sustainable. So going back to my story, when I started working out and when I started to get into fitness, I didn't start with doing crazy strenuous things. Okay. I actually started my fitness journey with doing leg raises inside on my bed. So like I said, I was super depressed and I couldn't even leave my bed, you guys. So I was like, okay, like what can I do to like do something? Like I can't even leave the bed. So I wanted to start where I was, then push myself to a limit that I'll just come back down. So that's what a lot of people do is you can't sustain these strenuous new habits. And so you end up like doing something super hard, super strenuous. You might have a little bit of results, but how sustainable is that? Is it really like, are you really creating a lifestyle out of it? Are you really um like slowly moving into that new space and identity and like expanding yourself to hold that new habit? Most people aren't. Most people kind of just jump right, to it and just start working out like crazy, being super strenuous. And I don't think that that is the right approach. Start with what you can do. And that could look like, instead of going to the gym, going and do a 10-minute Pilates mat thing in your living room, right? It could look like doing some exercises in a chair. Like fitness and movement is literally everything. Like there's sometimes where I don't go to the gym and I literally just do body weight movements where I like just move my arms like this until I feel like I'm tired. I move my legs a certain way. Like that is movement. So it's also important to redefine what fitness is. Like, what is fitness? Fitness is not working out for an hour like a man and like being drenched in sweat. In fact, I don't even sweat. Like most days when I go to the gym, I probably don't even have to take a shower. I do take a shower, but most days when I go to the gym, if I didn't want to, I probably wouldn't need to because I'm not super sweaty when I'm going to the gym because I'm doing low impact exercises, more like Pilates based exercises. And then, I do have my days when I do a lot of like weights and, a lot of cardio where I'm like running and that is sweaty. But most days, I would say probably more than 50%, or either it's 50-50 where I'm doing just presence exercises, meaning like the exercise is not necessarily to like, the purpose of me doing the exercise isn't to sweat or isn't to like be tired. The purpose of this exercise is number one, to show up, and number two, to move my body in a way where it's putting me in my body and I'm going from head to body. I'm getting out of my thoughts and I'm really feeling into my body. And I do exercises like that. So that's the first tip. Okay. I haven't done this in so long, so it feels so like super weird to like show up like this, but I'm going to try to get used to it. The next tip that I have that I see people doing wrong is like your why as to why you're doing it. I think people need to have a different attachment. I think your attachment to why you're going to the gym or why you're working out or why you're starting this fitness transformation, the why is really important because if you're going in the name, like someone told me this a really long time ago that changed my life. And she said, if your goal going to the gym is to lose weight and focus on your body and focus on like how you look, you'll never have your dream body because of the outcome. And I thought about this, I was like, that is so right, because you know I wanted to like look a certain way, and then I thought to myself, well, like, I love me. Sorry, my notification, I don't know if the YouTube picked that up. I love me. Someone who I will marry will love me, so like it doesn't matter. Or I might think of like, well, like, people will accept me no matter what, or like I'll accept myself no matter what. So then what do you do in that point? Like, what do you do when everyone around you loves you and you love you and God loves you? What's the motivation then? If how you look is perfectly fine, then what's the motivation then? So you have to tie your why and your motivation to something other than external. And what I've done is I've tied my why to I've tied my why to my schedule. And let me kind of like break it down because it might not make sense. So I love the way how fitness, like when I show up at the gym or I show up for myself and I do a workout, I love just the feeling of going and like what it does for the confidence in myself. Meaning, I showed up for myself today. I showed up for myself. I kept a promise to myself once again. Once again, I showed up again. Another thing I tie it to is it kickstarts my day. It's something that kickstarts my day, meaning it's kind of like brushing your teeth. If you wake up in the morning and don't brush your teeth, it feels weird. You feel like this feels weird. That's how fitness feels to me, where I'm like, days when I don't, which is like super rare. The last time I go to the gym every day. I think this year total, I probably missed 7 days, no more than 7 days at the gym. I go every single day. And those 7 days are like flights. I had to like release the pressure because on days when I'm flying, because you guys know I travel a lot. If you follow me on my other pages, I'm a traveling content creator. I've traveled the world, I've lived in different countries. And I used to still work out on the days. There's time where I do a little exercise in the airport. And I'm like, okay, Charisma, like, okay, like relax. So now I feel comfortable enough in myself to show up where I'm like, okay, if I'm having a flight, if it's an early flight and I'm coming in late, or I won't, the days that I'm flying, I typically don't work out unless it's like an evening flight and it makes sense because I can obviously work out in the morning, so I'll do that. But it just kickstarts my day. It sets my day up for success. It makes me proud of myself for keeping another promise. It has nothing to do with how I look. It's also about how you feel. When you practice fitness, when you really go on this journey, you will see how it makes you feel. You'll see how it changes you, and you realize that the prize, the goal was never about the body, the stomach, all this other external stuff, looking a certain way in certain clothes. The real prize is who you become. The real prize is the person you overcame. You have to overcome so many things to have this level of discipline for yourself. When I've been working out every single day for the past almost 8 years, because I've been working out since I was like 19 and I'm like 26, 26 in 2 weeks. So yeah, like 7 years. So yeah, or is it 6 years? You guys do that. I'm not that good at math. No, I think it's 7 years. But yeah. So do it for yourself. Do it to feel good. Release the outcome. Release, like, you have to do inner work on why you're so obsessed with like looking a certain way. Because trust me, when you drop that, it's so easy to show up consistently at the gym. When you have something other than how you look, when you have something other than how you look as a motivation as to why you show up to the gym, that's when it starts. And then you have to hold it, because then you get your dream body, you get the stomach, you get the legs, the everything. And if that was your whole motivation the whole time, what's going to keep you from showing up the next day? Because you've already arrived. So you have to now attach yourself to something else because you've arrived. So like, what's motivating you now? What's your why now? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to start making more videos on this page. I don't always say that, so maybe it'll be true this time. Yeah, I'm just going through so many crazy changes and shifts. And I feel like right now I'm in this space where I just need to learn how to get good at video content again. I've taken a long break from like posting, and even on my other pages too. I just haven't really been in the mood, and I'm just focusing on like client work and stuff like that. But when it comes to my own pages, I think it's just going to take some practice and showing up. And yeah, so let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any other video requests, put them below. This is a super short live stream. Usually YouTubers that I watch go live, they go live for an hour, but I feel like 14 minutes is just perfect for us. So love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this. Bye. See you.